Hey, 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 this is your girl, Trell Ravenel here, Master Wife Coach, founder and visionary behind the Wives Who Win movement and the Wives Who Win Training Center. Thank you so much for just checking out these videos. If you have not already, please make sure you subscribe. Videos will be posted every Sunday. So every Sunday, you'll have new content, something here I pray that will help you as an individual and will help your marriage as well. Wives Who Win and the Wives Who Win Training Center is all about helping you to win in your marriage, helping you husbands and men in waiting, desiring to be married, to master your role as a husband, and wives or wives in waiting, helping you to master your role as a wife. And we know that that's only possible if you do marriage God's way. Marriage is a God idea. So in order to be successful at this thing called marriage, we have to include Him. It's only when we exclude Him and try to do things our way, we get our results, which are not the most favorable for the most part. So I wanted to remind you of that. And if you're not following me on other media platforms, I am on Instagram as Trell Ravenel, TrealRavenel, and also on Facebook as Trell Ravenel, or you can hit me up at Wives Who Win, and you'll find me there as well. So today I'll only be on for a few because I wanted to talk about healing in your marriage. We know that the divorce rate is over 50% right now. We know that there's an attack on marriages. We know that there's an attack on marriages in the church. We know that there's an attack on marriages, on families, and on our men in particular. So we know all of that. So we have to figure out, why is the attack so strong? Why is the attack so heavy? Why are men deciding to leave their homes, leave their wives, leave their children, and either get hooked up with another, woman, man, or just not be responsible for their relationship? And why are women not giving it their all? Why are women getting easily frustrated, easily overwhelmed, feeling like they're undervalued, feeling like they're overworked in the marriage, feeling like they are single in the marriage, feeling like they, made a mistake in the marriage? Why are all of these things happening? Why are we not able just to get along? Why are we not able to have these healthy, happy, and sustainable marriages as we should? So I just wanted to talk to you just a little bit and to tell you the reasons why, or a few reasons why. So the reason why marriages are falling apart is because there's so many people that are broken that have decided to get married. And when you have something that's broken, and that means that it lacks wholeness, it lacks fulfillment or completeness within itself. And what we have is that people are going into marriages prematurely, and they are selecting mates when they are still in the healing process or have not yet initiated the healing process. So in order for us to have healthier marriages and to have healthier families, we have to make sure that we are healthy. We have a thing that we do as people where we want to save everybody else and we don't save ourselves. So this video is for you. If you know you need to save yourself, if you know that there are some areas in your life that you still need to work on, if you know that you still have an attitude problem, if you know that you're still dealing with anger, if you know that you're still dealing with that issue of abuse from that neighbor, from that uncle, from that aunt, from that younger cousin or older cousin, from that mom, from that dad, if you're still dealing with fatherlessness, motherlessness, feelings of rejection, feelings of fear, feelings of abandonment, if you're still dealing with any of those things, this is the time for healing. The only way you're going to have a successful and happy and healthy marriage is if you are healed and you are whole as an individual. You cannot be so concerned about what the other person is doing. I know I did that early on in my marriage. I would look at my husband and I could point out all of his flaws, all of his wrongs, all of the things that he was not doing. I was so easily able to point those things out. But when it came to me and the things that I needed to work on, I was blindsided. I was filled with pride. I was filled with arrogance. And I had to be honest with myself. So I'm asking you today to be honest with yourself. This video is not for your husband. This video is not for your wife. This video is not for your boyfriend or your girlfriend. This video is for you. The fact that you clicked on this video, the fact that you saw the subject line, the fact that there's something in your life that cause you to want to even review this video is for you. All too often, what we have a tendency to do is look at a video or read a book, go to a seminar, conference, go to church services, and when the preacher starts speaking or when the speaker starts giving the content, we automatically identify the issues and the flaws with the other person. But I am challenging you on today to be able to identify your issues and your flaws. In my book, Wives Who Win, How to Win Your Marriage God's Way, I talk about dealing with your ugly. I talk about getting to the surface of those areas, getting to the root problems, getting to the core of who you are as a person, dealing with your identity crises, dealing with those issues of fear, dealing with all of those things that are keeping you in bondage to your past or keeping you in bondage to your old mindset and your old ways that are now creeping up in your marriage. You know, a lot of us grew up in single parent homes. Some of us grew up in two-parent homes. You know, I grew up in a single-parent home and in a two-parent home because my father died at the age when I was 17 years old. So 3 days before my 18th birthday, my father passed away. So up until the time of 17, I was in a two-parent home. So after 17 onward, I was in a single-parent home. And it doesn't matter if you're in a two-parent home or a single-parent home, you know, you can still have issues. You know, I know plenty of people that grew up in a two-parent home and still have issues and still have problems and still are not healed because of some things that may have happened within that home, because of some abandonment that may have happened by one or both parents. You know, you can be in a two-parent home, but if you're spending your time working all the time and not spending time with that child, not giving that child the proper care, the proper nourishment, and all the things that they need, they can unfortunately experience feelings of abandonment. And a child that is experiencing feelings of abandonment will grow up into an adult that have feelings of abandonment. So there's so many areas that we have to look at as people if we want to talk about being whole, if we want to talk about being complete, if we want to talk about our marriages being successful, us being successful as people. And there's something that I often say: if you want your marriage to be healthy, if you want your marriage to be whole, if you want your marriage to go to another level, then you as an individual have to take that first step. Yes, as marriage, we're operating as in oneness. We're operating in unity. We're doing things together and not apart. However, in this particular process, you will have to work on yourself individually. You'll have to pinpoint some areas of your life that you still have not mastered. And I want to tell you right now, it's okay if you haven't mastered. It's okay if you're still working on areas. It's okay if you're 30, 35, 40, 45, if you're married, if you're engaged, if you're single, and you still haven't reached that mark yet. It is absolutely okay, because I honestly believe that we will continue to be students. You're forever a student. You're forever learning. And every milestone in your life and every needlepoint move that you make, you should be going to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. You never should be procrastinated. You should never be procrastinating, and you should never feel as if you're stagnant or complacent in one level or area of your life, because there's always another level. There's always a deeper level. There's always a wider level. There are things that you can do starting today to be able to walk into a place of victory, to walk in a place of wholeness, to walk in a place of healing. And I guarantee you, if you begin to work on those areas in your personal life, you will begin to see your marriage evolve. You will begin to see wholeness within your marriage. You begin to see healing within your marriage. You begin to see those areas showing up in your spouse. So instead of getting frustrated and allowing worrisome to overcome you because you don't see what you desire to see in your marriage or in your spouse, how about be encouraged? Be encouraged. You walk in that place of victory. You continue to work on yourself. You continue to be the best version of who God created you to be, and you will see evidence of that begin to matriculate in your marriage covenant and also in your spouse. So this is our time for today. Short but sweet, full of juicy, juicy, juicy nuggets for you to be able to go back and self-reflect and look at areas in your life of what you can do starting today to be healed and whole, so that you can be healed and whole in your marriage covenant. Until next time, see you later.